What's up, guys? All right, today we're going to talk a little bit about skateboarding and sobriety. So some of you guys know I've been sober for almost 9 years now, and doing so completely changed my life, changed my skating, and I'll get into all those details in a little bit. First, I just want to kind of talk about the culture and like how I fell into that drinking trap and all that stuff. So I could only speak on when I grew up, which was like the Baker era, and it seemed like almost everyone was drinking, kind of living that party lifestyle, right? Or at least the crew I was in and what I was paying attention to, that's what it felt like everyone was doing. And I don't think it's unique to just that time. It probably happened when skating first came about and still does now. And I think it has a lot to do with skateboarders in nature are just rebellious and don't really want to fit into the mold, and maybe a general frustration with society. So I think that kind of leads you to this rebellious act. Also, you're a kid, so just by nature, most of the time, you're gonna want to be rebellious, right? But it's sad because I just see so many people throwing away potential and, ruining their bodies and their minds for long periods, myself included, and we tend to romanticize it, make it look cool. Nowadays, it's actually has faded a lot, but I think it's still pretty prevalent. And I don't know, I just think it's almost more rebellious now to like stand out and be that odd person in your group that doesn't drink, right? And the things you gain from doing that, I can't even fit it into one video. Like, it's just been exponential, just good thing after good thing continuing to happen in my life. And it's not unique to me. It's any person I've seen do it, just about any person. I've seen incredible results, maybe not immediately, maybe not the first month or 2 months, but like as time has played out, I've seen it completely change many people's lives. So for me, it gave me, first of all, when I took it away, it left a void. Friends, whole chunk of time where I was just standing around and drinking and watching TV and blah, blah, blah. All of that time, sleeping in late, all of that, it was just a void and it needed to be filled, right? And I continued going out drinking with my friends and hanging out in that lifestyle. But slowly, as the months passed, I started looking around at the bar at 4 a.m. I'm like, why am I here? I'm just standing for 6 hours talking about like in gibberish, like just talking about nothing, And then that void eventually gets filled by something you always wanted to do, a passion, a hobby, even work, whatever it is. So your life just slowly becomes more fulfilled, more rich. You just automatically you start waking up earlier, feeling better, and investing time into the things you love. And that starts to play out. And most people quit after a year. A year goes by. Oh, I did it. I made a year. I'm not addicted. That's cool. But you don't really let it play out over time. 3 years, 5 years, 9 years in my case. And it starts to keep compounding all the good decisions and the momentum in that direction. It starts to really have a significant impact on your life and the people's lives around you. So, it just seems like this innocent thing. Oh, I'm just hanging out with my friends, relaxing, had a rough day, I need a little break, I need to, forget about the day. That's another thing. You're training your mind to not be based in reality. You always want to escape. So if work is so rough and you need to get off and have that drink, reality for you is just like, you're just waiting to escape from it. To some degree, whether it's even a 1 or 2 glasses of wine after work, to some degree, it's like this escape you're begging for. And when you take drinking out of your life, you're forced to just accept things for the way they are and people for the way they are and what's actually happening. And then slowly over time, reality becomes awesome and you have no desire to escape it. And it just keeps building and building over time. So the way I like to describe it is alcohol is this crazy spike. Life is awesome, it's fun, and then it shoots down, And sobriety is like this steady almost never ending balanced line that just keeps going up over time, and you just potentially become more and more fulfilled. Again, I can't speak for every single person that has gotten sober. Across the board though, even if you don't have as dramatic of a change, like I've seen people quit and maybe not pick up that hobby immediately and like, didn't like have this jaw-dropping effect. They still became better fathers, better people, and just generally were better in society, So a lot of it is a trust thing, right? For me, I couldn't even see the other side of it and that was even there. And it seemed like, why am I gonna do this? The world's unfair and this is pointless and blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't start to change for you until you kind of trust, like, all right, I'm just gonna go for it, I'm gonna do it. And eventually that will play out, and you gotta put in the work. And that's simply it. You have to just put in the work to get there, So, but I think in skateboarding, it's always been, it's cool to be rebellious and just whatever, I'm hanging out, drinking, it's part of the lifestyle. I get it. I did it forever. I did it for years and years, probably for too long, till I was like 28 or 9. And I felt the effects of it, and the people in my life felt the effects of it. So figure I'd just come on here and share it with you. Maybe you've been through this and you're looking for that little push to snap out of it, or maybe you haven't got to that stage yet, but you see it lurking around the corner. So I don't know. Hopefully this could be helpful to someone, just throwing it out there. And you guys could leave a comment, have any questions or anything like that. I'm happy to answer. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.